The Atacama Desert, stretching along the Pacific coast of South America, is a place of profound silence and stark beauty. It holds the title of the driest non-polar desert on Earth, a landscape so alien and barren that in some parts, rain has not been recorded for decades, even centuries. The soil is often compared to that of Mars, a place seemingly devoid of the very essence of life, water. Yet, in this incredibly harsh environment, against all odds, a small and remarkable creature not only survives but thrives. The Chilean marked gecko, a tiny lizard of the genus Garthia, calls this unforgiving world its home. The presence of this delicate animal in a place that receives almost no rainfall presents a wonderful scientific mystery. How can a creature so seemingly fragile endure where life itself seems impossible? The sheer dryness of the Atacama is difficult to fully comprehend. A great wall of mountains, the Andes, stands to the east, blocking all the rain-filled clouds that drift over from the Amazon basin. To the west, a cold ocean current runs along the coast, creating a layer of cool air that prevents moisture from rising and forming rain clouds. This combination of geographic features creates a perfect rain shadow, starving the land of precipitation. For most living things, this absence of water is a death sentence. Plants are scarce, and the landscape is a vast expanse of rock, sand, and salt flats. Finding a reptile here, an animal that still needs water to live, is truly astonishing and challenges our understanding of the limits of life. For a very long time, scientists believed that all the geckos found in this immense desert belonged to just one or two species. However, as we look closer, the story becomes even more fascinating. Recent scientific studies, like one led by Cameron Carter and published in October 2025, have used advanced genetic analysis to look at the gecko's DNA. The results were a complete surprise. What appeared to be one type of gecko was, in fact, a collection of up to 11 different species. These are called cryptic species because they look almost identical to one another but are genetically very distinct. Some of these species have been evolving separately for millions of years, adapting in secret to this extreme world. This discovery opens up a whole new chapter in our understanding of the Atacama. It tells us that this desert, which appears so empty, holds a hidden richness of life, a secret biodiversity that has been overlooked until now. Each of these gecko species has found its own unique way to carve out an existence in this formidable environment. They represent millions of years of evolution and adaptation, a testament to nature's incredible ability to find a way. Their survival is not just a curiosity, it is a masterclass in endurance, offering profound insights into how life can persist under the most challenging conditions imaginable on our planet. It is a story of resilience, written in the sand and stone of the world's driest place. For any living being in the Atacama Desert, the most important daily challenge is finding water. With rain being an event that might not happen in a lifetime, the geckos have had to become incredibly clever at gathering moisture from other, much smaller sources. They cannot simply wait for a storm, they must actively hunt for every single drop. One of their most vital sources of water comes from the sea. A thick, wet fog, known locally as the Camanchaca, often rolls in from the Pacific Ocean during the night and early morning. This fog is not rain, but it carries precious moisture that condenses on cool surfaces, like the faces of rocks and stones scattered across the desert floor. The geckos have learned to take full advantage of this nightly gift. As the fog settles, tiny droplets of water form on the rocks. The geckos emerge from their shelters and carefully lick this condensation from the stone surfaces. It is a slow and patient process, harvesting water one droplet at a time. They also sip the dew that can form when the temperature drops overnight. This behavior, known as fog harvesting, is a critical survival strategy. It is not a large drink, but it is enough to replenish the small amount of water their bodies lose each day. Without the reliable arrival of the Camanchaca, these little lizards would simply not be able to survive in such a profoundly arid landscape. Their very existence is tied to this ghostly sea mist. Another essential source of water for the geckos comes from their diet. The Atacama is not entirely lifeless. It is home to small insects and other tiny arthropods that have also adapted to the dry conditions. These insects often feed on the thin films of algae and microbes that can grow in places where the fog consistently provides moisture. When a gecko eats one of these insects, it is not just getting a meal, it is also consuming the water stored inside the insect's body. This is known as metabolic water, and it provides a vital supplement to the water they collect from fog and dew. This makes every hunt not just a search for food, but also a search for hydration. The gecko's survival, therefore, depends on a combination of these small water sources. They do not rely on a single solution, but instead use a portfolio of strategies to meet their needs. They are like desert detectives, constantly searching for clues that lead to moisture, whether it is a patch of rock known to collect dew or an area rich with insects. This complex web of water acquisition shows just how intricately these animals are connected to their environment. Their life is a delicate balancing act, a continuous effort to find and conserve the most precious resource in the desert. It is a testament to how evolution can produce wonderfully precise solutions to what seems like an insurmountable problem. Surviving in the Atacama is not only about finding water, it is also about not losing it. The daytime sun is relentless, baking the desert surface to temperatures that would quickly dehydrate a small animal. To escape this lethal heat and conserve their body's precious moisture, the geckos have become masters of using microhabitats. A microhabitat is a very small specific place where the conditions are different from the surrounding environment. While the open desert might be scorching hot and dry, a tiny space under a large rock can be significantly cooler and hold a little more humidity. These small pockets of refuge are the geckos' life support systems. Throughout the blistering day, the geckos remain hidden deep within these shelters. They seek out crevices in rock formations, squeeze themselves behind mineral crusts that have formed on stone surfaces, or retreat into shallow burrows they find, or dig in the sandy soil. These hiding places act as cool underground oases. By staying out of the direct sun and the dry wind, the geckos dramatically reduce the amount of water they lose through their skin and breathing. They are essentially waiting out the most dangerous part of the day in their own private, climate-controlled sanctuaries. The choice of the right shelter is a matter of life and death, and these geckos are experts at finding the best spots. These microhabitats are not just important for escaping the heat. They are also linked to the gecko's search for water. The same rocks that provide shade during the day are the ones that will collect fog and dew at night. The geckos often live in and around these specific water-collecting rocks, meaning their shelter is conveniently located next to their drinking fountain. Scientists studying them have learned not to flip over these rocks because each stone is a vital part of a gecko's home, a carefully selected piece of real estate that offers both safety and sustenance. Disturbing these shelters would be like destroying an animal's house and its well at the same time, forcing it to expend precious energy to find a new one. The gecko's reliance on this mosaic of tiny favorable spots shows that the desert is not a uniform wasteland. Instead, it is a complex patchwork of different conditions. For a small creature like a gecko, a few inches can mean the difference between a cool, damp refuge and a dangerously hot, dry surface. Their ability to identify and exploit these microclimates is a key reason for their success. They have learned to read the landscape at a scale that we humans often miss, seeing a world of opportunity and shelter where we might only see barren ground. Their lives are a lesson in the importance of the small details that define an ecosystem. In an environment where resources are incredibly scarce, every movement counts. Wasting energy is not an option for the Atacama geckos, as finding food to replenish that energy is a difficult and uncertain task. To survive, they have adopted a lifestyle of extreme efficiency and precision. As nocturnal creatures, they are most active during the cooler hours of the night, which immediately helps them conserve water and energy that would be lost under the hot sun. But their energy-saving strategy goes much further than simply being active at night. Their movements are not random. They are carefully planned and executed with minimal effort for maximum gain. Scientists who have tracked these geckos using tiny GPS tags have discovered something remarkable about their nightly journeys. The geckos do not wander aimlessly in search of food or water. Instead, they follow very specific, repeatable routes between key points in their territory. A gecko might travel from its home rock to a particular sandy hollow where insects are known to gather, and then to another rock face that reliably collects fog. These routes are short and direct, almost like a carefully mapped out network of paths. This behavior ensures that they expend the absolute minimum amount of energy necessary to find what they need to survive. It is a life lived with purpose and without waste. This careful conservation of energy influences every aspect of their behavior. When researchers study them in the field, they must be incredibly cautious. Using bright lights or moving too quickly can startle a gecko, causing it to flee. This sudden burst of activity forces the gecko to use up a significant amount of its limited energy reserves, which could be detrimental to its survival. For this reason, scientists often use dim red lights, which are less disturbing to the animals, and move with extreme slowness and silence. One researcher described silence as a key tool for studying these creatures, as it allows them to observe the gecko's natural, energy-efficient behaviors without causing them stress or harm. This strategy of moving just enough and never more is a profound adaptation to life in the extreme. It is the complete opposite of a life of abundance. Every calorie consumed is precious, and every calorie spent is a calculated cost. The gecko's precise, methodical movements are a physical manifestation of this energy-first principle. They are a living example of how to make the most out of very little. This behavior is as crucial to their survival as their ability to lick fog from a rock. It is a quiet, hidden dance of efficiency, performed every night in the silent darkness of the world's driest desert. The Atacama gecko's survival is not just due to its clever behaviors. Its body is also perfectly designed for life in this extreme environment. Over millions of years of evolution, these lizards have developed a suite of physiological adaptations that help them thrive where others would perish. These special features are built into their very being, from their skin to their toes. One of the most important adaptations is their skin, which plays a crucial role in managing heat and preventing water loss. The gecko's skin is not just a simple covering. It helps to control how quickly its body heats up and cools down, and it is structured to minimize evaporation, keeping precious moisture locked inside. The gecko's small body size is another critical advantage. Being small allows them to heat up and cool down very quickly. This might seem like a disadvantage, but in the Atacama, it allows them to surf the night's temperature slope. As the evening air cools, they can emerge and become active quickly. If a cold wind blows, they can retreat to a warmer spot and regain heat rapidly. This ability to respond swiftly to temperature changes gives them a flexibility that larger animals lack. Their small size means they need less food and water to begin with, making their efficient lifestyle possible. Every part of their physical form is optimized for the low-energy, low-water world they inhabit. Perhaps one of their most famous features, the specialized toe pads, also plays a surprising role in their desert survival. These pads are covered in millions of microscopic hairs that give geckos their amazing ability to cling to almost any surface, even vertical or upside-down ones. In the Atacama, this climbing ability is not just for show. It allows them to navigate the angled faces of the rocks, where fog and dew droplets often persist the longest, safe from the wind. They can securely position themselves to lick moisture from surfaces that other animals cannot reach. Their incredible grip gives them access to water sources that would otherwise be inaccessible. turning their climbing skills into a life-sustaining tool. These physical traits, combined with their behaviors, make the Atacama gecko a true marvel of evolutionary engineering. Their skin, their size, and their feet are not separate features but parts of an integrated system designed for one purpose: survival in an impossibly dry world. The recent discovery that there are multiple genetically distinct species of these geckos suggests that nature has solved this puzzle not just once, but many times over. Each species may have its own subtle variations in these adaptations, fine-tuned to the specific challenges of its own corner of the desert. They are a living showcase of how form and function can evolve together to create a perfect survivor. The story of the Atacama geckos is more than just a tale of survival. It is a source of profound lessons for humanity. These small lizards offer a powerful example of how to live with limited resources. In a world where we are increasingly concerned about shortages of water and energy, the gecko's life of extreme efficiency provides a natural blueprint for sustainability. They teach us the value of using only what is necessary, of recycling resources, like the water in their food, and of adapting our behavior to suit our environment. Their existence proves that a rich and successful life is possible, even in conditions of extreme scarcity, as long as one lives in balance with the available resources. The discovery that the Atacama Desert is home to not one, but up to 11 different gecko species also carries an urgent message for conservation. This hidden biodiversity means the desert is far more fragile and complex than it appears. Each of these species depends on a delicate and specific set of conditions: the fog that rolls in from the ocean, the insects that live on the fog-fed microbes, and the rocks that provide shelter. Threats like climate change, which could alter fog patterns, or mining activities that disturb the landscape, could wipe out an entire species before we have even had a chance to fully understand it. Protecting these geckos means protecting the entire, intricate web of life that supports them, from the mist in the air to the microbes on the stones. Furthermore, studying these animals pushes the boundaries of science and our understanding of what life is capable of. The geckos are a model for resilience. By learning how their bodies minimize water loss or how they derive moisture from fog, scientists may uncover principles that could inspire new technologies for humans, such as more efficient water collection systems or materials that help conserve moisture. They are living laboratories, demonstrating solutions to problems that our own species may one day face. Their survival is a beacon of hope, showing that life is tenacious, inventive, and can flourish in the most unlikely of places on our planet. Ultimately, the Atacama geckos remind us to look closer and to appreciate the wonders hidden in plain sight. In a world that often seems empty and hostile, life persists in beautiful and surprising ways. These geckos have mastered an environment that we consider alien, not through force, but through precision, patience, and a deep connection to their home. They are a testament to the quiet power of adaptation and a symbol of nature's endless creativity. Protecting them and their fragile desert home is not just about saving a few lizard species. It is about preserving a remarkable story of survival and a source of wisdom that we are only just beginning to comprehend.